All right, hello YouTube. First Siege video of Siege Season 7 here. We've got iCritYou and Team Murica. Didn't stream this one, so we'll do the voiceover. Let's just get into it. Up first, we have a recon defense with the dark harp thing, Vivachel. So I'm just bringing in Bulwark Molong. I'm gonna kill the thing, the light and dark monster, because I don't understand it. They're scary. I don't fight them very often, so we'll just get rid of it. No, but really, I left the other two alive because the other two are gonna stack my Bulwark like crazy. Recon and Ritesh both just give a million stacks to Bulwark. We brought the Riley instead of something like a Wusa. I don't have Amelia, so like Wusa would be my other option. But I like having a wind tank here to tank this Recon. Because, the Recon's never going to go after my water monsters unless I get revenged like that. So, the Riley's going to stack our Bulwark. Both of the enemy monsters are going to stack our Bulwark. Our Bulwark's just going to be well stacked. So, not too much to comment on here. We're just going to wait until the other team is gone. It is Vampire Molong. Vampire Molong, I think, is much safer on offense than Violent Molong. And I don't have my Molong on defense at the moment, so I have the luxury of being able to build him Vampire. I do really like Riley in this team. All the extra heal, like even compared to Amelia, if I had Amelia, all the extra healing that Riley does is so nice. I do watch other people's Siege videos all the time, and from the Amelia teams, like, Amelia seems amazing, don't get me wrong, but wouldn't it be nice if she healed your team while giving you all those stacks? Alright, who's next? We got Chow for the win with an Orion, Perna, Savannah. I figured I would just go ahead and bring a Tractor Lulu Windy here, because why not? My wind monster is never going to get defense broken, so I can tank that Perna pretty well. The real risk here is like what we just saw, which is a defense broken Lulu versus the Savannah, but not much happened. We are running, tanky and wind reduction and all that good stuff. So we are just going to kill the Orion, so he stops cycling turns for everybody. Because we've got tanks for both of their damage dealers, so I figured just get rid of the Orion first. Hopefully we can outdamage the Perna healing here. I think we're gonna do okay. Perna does some nice damage. I have, when was it? I was tanking I think a Theo Riley Perna. I was fighting with the same offense, and the Perna was like almost killed my Windy with attack buff. But this is not attack buff Perna. And also I think that's probably still fine in the Riley team. You just need more fire damage reduction on Windy. But I don't know how many people are actually going to keep using the Theo Riley Perna team. I don't really think the strong guilds consider it a good defense, but it is a defense that you only need to summon a Perna for, right? So those are always ones where, especially like lower ranking guilds, where it's like, oh, it only requires one Nat 5 that you have to summon, which is the Perna, then, most of their guild can build that. It's the defenses that require you to have 2 or 3 specific Nat 5s that are much more premium, because it's harder to get your members to have those, like a Nana Savannah. Not everyone has both Nana and Savannah on their account. So I think that's kind of why you see so many Theo Riley Pernas, because two of the monsters are free to play. It's kind of like Ciara teams. You see Ciara teams everywhere too, because most of the Ciara teams only require Ciara, and the other monsters are easy to get, like Klarakaki or whatever is the rage these days. Orion, Recon. So this is Prestige Worldwide. He got Legend with us in Say Swag again, and then he left to go kind of relax, I think. So I had to hit him with Tractor Lulu Windy. It's a personal matter. I don't think Tractor Lulu Windy is a good offense against this defense. But I had to do it to him anyway. So, hello Prestige, if you're watching. His defense, I think, is actually really cool. The Ayunu Molly Lucas, because Lucas kind of goes crazy, and having so much destroy on the defense makes it hard for a team like mine to win. See, right? I think right there we came within one violent proc away from losing if the Lucas had Vio procced on that one turn. But yeah, like I said, this is definitely not the offense you want against this defense. This is just jokes. Although that said, we do win. Spoilers. Alright, down goes Lucas. Our health bars are looking a bit rough though. We are quite destroyed on our water monsters here. And I don't want to kill Ayunu first. I want to kill Molly first, because in Ayunu Molly defense, if you kill the Ayunu first, there's always a chance that the Molly's gonna like get a proc, heal him to full, and you're not gonna be able to kill him again very easily. And then he's gonna have, you know, plus 100% attack, and it's gonna start to get really rough. I've even seen replays where, like, you kill the Ayunu first, and you don't manage to kill him a second time before he gets his passive back, and now you're just in all kinds of trouble. So I really like saving Ayunu for last, in most of the teams I use. Obviously, if you're using something like anti-revive or, you know, reset cool times, then kill Ayunu first, sure, if you have a plan for it. But there we go. High prestige. Your defense is cool, but my Tractor Windy Lulu is cooler. Up next, we have a Molong Recon defense. We're just going to bring our old favorite Galleon Iris Taor. I don't really recommend using this offense. This is kind of like we're having some fun early in the season, you know. Sometimes I worry that if I use too many fun offenses, people are going to be like, yeah, well, Howdy says this team works, so I'm using it. Like, no, that's not really what didn't mean it like that. I was just messing around. Be very clear. I love Galleon Iris Taor. I don't think it's a good offense, but I'm still going to use it. Here we have not there. I don't remember which guild this was, but I guess I could rewind 3 seconds and look. Cool new 4-star offense, though. 4-star defense, I mean. Obviously, people are testing stuff with Orion because Orion just got buffed. You can't use shield will comps against Orion anymore, or at least the shield is meaningless because he strips 2 buffs instead of 1 now. So Orion got a decent buff in the balance patch. I figure I'm just going to bring my monsters that are immune to defense break against Orions and should be fine. The desperation, I try to stun his Ayunu with my Tractor before my Tractor dies there. He got Oblivion on my Tractor, like right at the turn where I had used both of my Lulu cleanses, so I couldn't get it off before I died. But that doesn't mean we're dead, because we do still have, you know, 2 decently tanky monsters. You know, this just speaks to how you should definitely have good additional damage artifacts on your Windies, because your Windy has to be a damage dealer. What if your Tractor dies because you brought it against a defense that you should not have brought it against, like Ayunu? Like Escher, Ayunu, Orion. Which you should not have done, but you did it anyway, and now your Tractor's dead. How are you going to win if you don't have good additional damage on your Windy? So this one's basically a race where I have to kill him before my Lulu gets fully destroyed here. That's the game. I am killing the Escher first, just because I don't want to deal with Ayunu with the bonus attack power and Escher at the same time. So we get the Escher down. We're looking okay. I mean, my Windy could win this on his own from here, so not a problem. We also have 2 monsters and not just Windy. But he could do it if he had to. But he doesn't. Who needs Tractor anyway? What's next? Carcano, Iris, Ayunu. This is an Iris team, so I brought a Lucia. I think I talked in one of my Siege tournament videos about how I'm not a huge fan of Iris on defense, despite having 2 of them myself. That's actually why I'm not a huge fan, because I've tried to make it work and failed. Because Elucia is just so good against Iris. Elucia like completely takes Iris out of the game, and then also gets to do more because of the 2-turn sleep and being on violent when the Iris is never on violent. So she gets more turns over time. That Iris just got 1 turn in this match. That's crazy. Why would I let her get a turn? It must have been my fault. She's probably a little faster than my Elucia. That's okay. We don't really ever talk about Vigor's anti-crit buff that much and how good it is against, like, Ayunu. But, like, having anti-crit on our monsters really helps against Ayunu in these fights. I think, like, I kind of stopped thinking about the anti-crit buff because Carcano ignores it, so, like, throughout the entirety of the Carcano meta, it's like, yeah, we have anti-crit, but it doesn't really do anything because Carcano's just going to crit you anyway, but anti-crit's really nice if you're bruisering against some crit monsters, like Ayunu. Alrighty, we got a Molong Riley Perna. I'm just going in with my standard, bring a tank for the Molong, bring a tank for the Perna. The same stuff I do to all the Molong teams. How good of an idea was this on my part? Unclear. The Perna does a lot of damage. Perna's kind of scary. I'm not really sure who I should be trying to kill either, so turn 1 I tried to kill Riley because Riley was the only monster that didn't have immunity. And now I'm thinking probably need to kill Perna first. Overall, I think this offense isn't bad. Just make sure you're killing Perna first. Rocks out of my Oblivion, sad. It's very rude of Perna to do. Alright, she kills our Tisarian, but we had a Reviver, so not over yet. Strips my defense buff. There's that Perna buff in action. Okay, Perna's dead, and now we can breathe, right? That was obviously pretty close. I think it's probably safer to handle this defense a different way. So I'll have to, if we see this more, I'll have to come up with something safer. I mean, who are we kidding? Galleon Iris Teor. Just, you know, easy. Alright, we get the kill on the healer, and now we are home free. Just gotta wrap up the fight here. Molong's not that scary. When he's, you know, by himself. I'm glancing everything. I'm being stalled. Alright, we got a crit. We did it. Up next we have Shiny Light and Dark defense. We're going in with our brand new Cleave team. I summoned Tiana like the day after the finals of the Siege tournament from Summoning Stones, actually. So I could have had her for the finals, but I didn't because I hadn't done my Summoning Stones yet. It's okay. I don't want to use a new offense for the first time in the finals. You've seen this one before, just not from me, but now you'll also see it from me. Smile. We're a cleaver now. Molong Fuki defense. We've dealt with these before. We're going to deal with this one the same way as always. I'm questioning using Ethna in these teams. I've had a couple times where Ethna being in the team has made it iffy because she puts a defense break on Molong and then Tessarian's passive doesn't work anymore because Molong has a harmful effect on him. So that Nigong hurts. Ouch. That was the same thing though. You know, harmful effects means that Tessarian's passive didn't help him tank that. So now we just need to kill the reviver before it revives again. Easily done. We had skill 3. Our Ethna is on Violent Will now. She got new runes for the tournament. We're not using that crappy Despair accuracy set we used to have on her. So she's going to be able to handle this Molong no problem. And I think this is our last one. We have a Carcano Iris Ayunu again. We're going to go ahead and use our fire team. That was a Nemesis Carcano, but we landed our stun on the Garo, so it didn't matter. Although he does get to kill our Garo. That's okay, we still have 2 more monsters. We should be fine. Gets the revive. Brands us, glances because of elemental, disadvantage, and we get to finish it off. Nice. So that was 10 wins, I think. Yeah, hooray! Good job, us. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.